folks, welcome back to the channel. So I've been charging this video up now for several weeks. I'm about to introduce you all to quite likely the worst media member, not just in the UFC, but of all time. He makes John Morgan look like an angel. He makes the schmo look like Jordan fucking Peterson. He makes Ariel Hawani look like a Jew. I was going to say Jew, but he is Jew. Anyway, folks, let me welcome you all with open arms to the wonderful world that is the degenerate stories of Oscar Willis, that guy from the Mac Life. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking, who the fuck is that guy? The McGregor thing is the meme. So let me give you the quick TLDR on Oscar fucking Willis. He is by many considered to be the face of the rising media company funded by Conor McGregor, known as the Mac Life. I mean, the fact that a media company can be funded by an active UFC fighter probably tells you all you need to know about their constant personal invested interests. Oscar Willis joined the Mac Life back in July of 2016 and is personally responsible for all of their social media posts, interviews, and any UFC related press gatherings. The clips we're about to endure today were gathered from a podcast called Pub Talk that Oscar hosts with regular guest and active UFC fighter Dan Hooker, and has been regularly broadcasted since November of 2021. The podcast is a light-hearted sort of off-the-record conversation with a UFC fighter. It feels like the podcast is aimed at the casual combat sports fan, as it tends to focus largely on consuming alcohol or talking about how much alcohol they can consume. When I say they, I mean Oscar. I don't intend to throw Dan Hooker under the bus here, by the way. He's kind of just caught in the crossfire. Anyhow, I ended up listening to every single episode in the space of an evening, and I'm shocked and dumbfounded as to how the managing director at the Mac Life has given this podcast the green light to air. Beta! It's full of degenerate stories, absolute chode-riding, dick-guzzling, one-sided biases, and basically shows us the true nature of what they deem to be acceptable behaviour coming from the Mac Life's star of the show, Oscar Willis. Also, slight side note, I did actually aim to put everything I wanted to discuss into one video, but it's such a holy shit show that if I did try to fit it all into one video, it would likely be about 4 hours long, and I don't wish to do my computer dirty like that. For example, I've organised the clips I found into 7 segments, but after editing segment number 1, I hit about 45 minutes of content already. So please do remember to discuss the clips you hated the most down in the comments. Leave us a like, and please do consider subscribing if you wish to see the other kebabis. And please enjoy in the name of love. Thank you. So Oscar, before we begin, how are you feeling about the video we're all about to watch?
This is gonna make your week.
Mate, I had a I don't know. Again, these are one of the ones where you're like, yet. What you said? Haven't said anything yet. I remember there was a time my friend got in a fight outside a club, and I came out, and he was like, I'm fighting this guy. And I was like, let's go. And then me and him started 2-on-1-ing this guy.
Pardon?
I know. And then my friend got annoyed at me that I was landing the better shots, so he just turned and hit me. And then me and him started fighting, and the other guy was like, what's going on? You freaked the other guy out? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, we'll cut that story there. But
yeah, I got heaps.
Mate, I can't imagine. Yeah, you in the car on the way here, we were saying like, we can't say that, and he was like, no, I have a filter. I can manage it.
Mad filter. You do not.
I do not.
So right off the bat, we've got a lovely bit of GBH, which stands for grievous bodily harm, if you didn't know. not only is he trying his best to act like some fucking weird, hard man from the UK so he can impress his UFC mate, but he's clearly hanging out his arse here. He can barely string a sentence together. This clip isn't even that bad compared to the other ones, but we've got to fucking start somewhere, do you know what I mean? Let's continue.
Where I got too drunk at a nightclub and fell asleep in the road, and they had to call my
In the middle of the road?
in the middle. The cars going around me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they had to call an ambulance for me, and they called my mum to come get
An
me.
ambulance?
Yeah.
They couldn't just drag you out?
No, they called an ambulance because they were like, we need to pump his stomach. I was 20, and they called my mum at 3 a.m, and she's a little old lady in a dressing gown, and I had a sticker that said, buy one shot, get one free. And the nurse was like, oh, had too many of those, and I went, fuck off to her. And it just like
Pardon?
escalated, and I had to get carried in by my dad. It was a whole thing. That's just, I don't know why that just came to me there.
Oh, wow. What a really great, truly great media personality to have representing your company, MacLife. Screaming at someone trying to help you is very representative of Conor McGregor, to be honest. Well done! Again, these are just light ones. I don't want to scare you off too early. Roll the chin clip. Get it? You don't get it, sorry.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on camera. They had actually, no, I am.
Well, that's never stopped you before.
They had an event here in Vegas to do it. The slap fighting, like they wanted to test it out, test like how it would look in production and stuff, and they invited a few people to go, and they had an open bar.
Oh, the first one.
And I got fucking so drunk.
Oh, the Apex?
Yeah.
At the slap fight?
Yeah.
What else are you supposed to do at slap fighting?
It's an open. Someone even said to the people running the event, like, if you have an open bar, is there not an internal conversation about whether Oscar should be here or not? And then I lived up to that. But it was, I was laughing so hard, they had to come over and tell me to quieten down because I was getting picked up by their microphones.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, because, like, so you flip a coin. And
I love it.
Dude, I had the best time of my life.
It's the silliest.
Until they kicked me out. Didn't like that bit. But other than that. But like, you flip a coin and...
You're kicked out of it.
Yeah, I did get kicked out of it. Can't take it anyway.
Pardon?
Yeah, it wasn't good. Then I came here. So you flip a coin...
They don't really like us here. Just walk in and get evil stick.
Yeah, we walked in, it's like genuine fear. I thought it was more like...
We've all known that guy. They have to constantly tell you just how much alcohol they consume and how wasted they were no matter where they go, solely just to come across as manly and alpha, when in reality, you just come across as a degenerate bellend to me. Not only does Oscar Willis think this is appropriate content to leave in a MacLife podcast, but here he admits to getting kicked out of the heart of the UFC, the Apex. I don't know, man. If I was a UFC member, I'd treat that position like actual gold and try and be the best I can possibly be to promote the sport and the fighters as professionally as possible. By the way, he got kicked out of the Apex not only for being too drunk, but for laughing at the ethos of power slap in general. He basically thinks it's a really stupid idea, so he had another fucking stupid idea and decided to go and drunkenly mock the entire event. I actually wanted to include the rest of this conversation as Oscar goes on to try and gaslight Dan Hooker into thinking that power slap is really bad. But I was running out of fucking brain cells and I had to save some hatred for the other clips. Moving on though.
You know what's funny is we've done this at a few different venues, and two of them are specifically asked, said like, yes, you can do it here if you give us a shout out, and we forgot both times.
Yeah.
Pardon?
This place we just walked in
walked in.
and we gave them a shout
I feel
out.
like this is a bit of style.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
just
grungy.
walk in, put the camera down, start having a chat,
and see what happens.
And see what happens.
Well, Vegas is always
security, three wise monkeys, not great.
not great. Actually,
not gonna lie. Security's not top notch here.
but I did get.
It's a good thing at the pub.
I did get served quite quickly though, and I would like to get served again actually. Can I be pissed at this press conference?
2 beers isn't pissed.
I just realised press conference is quite soon actually. It's 4 o'clock. No, we're talking.
One of the main character traits I'm aware to always be mindful of would be politeness. I even catch myself thanking ChatGPT whenever they give me an answer to a question that I'm looking for, or going as far as drying my toothbrush after I've used it in case it might get hypothermia in the night. In positions of public influence or someone that has a platform for good exposure, I always try and give shoutouts to the people that have been helpful to me. The venues that Oscar uses to film the Pub Talk episodes are all unpaid for, offered for free. Several of the bars have asked for shout-outs, and it's never on his mind to live up to his end of the bargain. Yeah, it might be a small thing to pick up on. I don't know, it's just like a pet peeve of mine, really. Politeness costs nothing.
Bad travel story I went to Magaluf, which is like a party island. I was there for 4 hours and I ran through a window because I was just like super excited. I slashed my arm open.
Oh.
And wasn't great. The bone was there. I was like, oh, need to run that under a cold tap. And then I collapsed. They called an ambulance.
That is mad.
It was pretty bad.
That's a big
They
cut.
called an ambulance for me, and then they had to. So day 1 of the holiday, and then they gave me antibiotics. They're like, you can't drink on these. I was like, I came here to drink. I'm gonna fucking drink.
I came here to drink, I'm gonna fucking drink. Okay, here we got Oscar bragging yet again about how much alcohol he has to drink at every opportunity. He basically tries to show Dan how cool he is by being such a fucking savage bro. Wow, you can drinky drink lots and lots, really good. Well done for you, sir. Fucking knobhead.
Yeah, I've got loads of them too. Dude, one time, right, this is a random tangent. One time, I can't believe saying this on camera. I brought a girl home.
Yeah.
I woke up, she stole all my watches, and they were all
Thinking that they're all,
They're all fucking
she's had a nightmare when she's gone on the pawnbrokers, yeah. She's warm up in the pawnbrokers, yeah. She's warm up in the pawnbrokers, yeah. Wow, what a story.
This was such a weird, humble brag to me. Imagine bragging to your mate that a girl left you without saying goodbye. Not only that, but stealing your fucking possessions. Fake or not, doesn't really matter. And the slag comment at the end was just fake bravado. A bit like his fake watches, one might say.
Introducing to you, Big Tommy Aspinall and a baby BB.
Filtered through the missus thing.
I had only one girlfriend ages ago who tried to get me out of trouble. I was in a nightclub, and I don't know if you guys do this down there or you do it up north. It's called minesweeping, where you just go around stealing people's drinks and drinking them.
What the fuck are you even saying right now? Oscar, I fucking don't do that. Well, that would be called stealing, wouldn't it? You'll be telling me you're some type of fucking harp train from the UK in a second, I can tell.
Of course.
So I was doing that. I stole a girl's WK.
Call it bargain.
Yeah, bargain. I stole this girl's drink, and then
What the fuck have I signed up for here? If he's about to say he put fucking Rohypnol in a girl's drink so she stole your fake watches, I'm gonna put that fucking butter on him.
the bouncers came to kick me out, and I was like, well, fuck you all gonna do about it then.
Pardon?
So they knocked me out anyway, and then I was outside, and I was in like an arm lock, and she was hitting around the head with her handbag, being like, "Get off my boyfriend!" And the guy was like, "Your boyfriend's a prick." She's like, "I know, but leave him alone. He's my friend."
I'm more surprised that you actually had a girlfriend.
Based. Absolutely based.
I've had a few.
Yeah, and I've heard about your fucking midget fetish too, you filthy little bugger.
I've had sex before.
I've had sex before.
With a woman.
Condoms extra large, please. No, I've ruined lots of women's lives.
No, I'm aware of that, but I thought it was more like sexual predator kind of ways.
Nonsing.
Yeah.
Well, there is a child ran.
Yeah, there
if
is.
you ruin my audio, you little fuck.
Pardon?
Well, there is a child ran.
Yeah, there
if
is.
you ruin my audio, you little fuck.
Pardon?
Well, there is a child, Brad.
Yeah, there
if
is.
you ruin my audio, you little fuck.
Oscar, did you just publicly scold a child for not understanding the nuances of how microphones work? And while I'm at it, did you just direct a nonce joke publicly to a real child that you're directly looking at? I wouldn't be surprised if Aspinall just got up and fucking walked away at this point, to be honest. What an angry, creepy little man. Hey, Tom, I reckon you might be onto something there, hey? He's making nonce jokes in front of a kid, you know what I mean?
Doing a TV show. Yeah. We're doing the most professional TV show known.
We're incredibly famous. We're incredibly famous. We're incredibly famous.
She doesn't give a shit.
I was actually at the football the other day.
We're incredibly famous. Imagine actually making a statement like that and propping your importance right up alongside a potential UFC champion. That is the definition of a fucking clout chaser.
Not a pub sort of thing.
Do you know, even the manager of this hotel, I was like, we're going to come in, and he was like, oh, and who's it going to be airing on? I was like, the Mac Life, and he was like, I don't. And I was like,
yeah, if you don't know Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I was like, Conor McGregor? He's
you
like,
ain't going to know anybody.
And I was like, well, these guys are like fighting at the O2, and he was like, it's not really my thing.
The O what?
The O2, the arena.
Yeah, I'm saying the manager.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was like, it's not really my thing. And I was like, well, you know.
You need to get some fucking better reporter in here, man. Get I'm
nominated for an award, mate.
This entire episode was a complete shit show. There was a moment I'll add in another video where they edit Tom Aspinall walking off the podcast mid-episode. You can clearly tell something went down. Hooker had his shirt over his head, cringing out loud at the dumb shit Oscar did in front of Tom Aspinall. This is proof that Tom Aspinall can't stand Oscar Willis. And for that, Tom, you're a fucking legend, mate. You fucking legend, you are. Fucking, you know what I mean, mate? Fucking legend. Oh, let's.
I'm sure. Let's
Fucking Oscar Willis.
Why are you unable to operate Uber?
Well, I can operate it just fine. I don't. They took my account away.
Just they won't
let me.
pick you up.
No. They banned me from the app, and it's like
How do you get banned from the app?
I was in our favourite place in the world, Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah.
You know, where you can get miscommunications with people, and this guy just. You know, it's a pretty simple app, I think. It's got a map where you take the car
I agree.
to. And yet, for some reason, he was really struggling with that concept. Because wherever the map was set, he was going elsewhere. I was trying to go to the gym, because I'm an athlete now.
Basically, Oscar had one amateur fight. And ever since, he won't stop fucking bragging about it every chance he fucking gets. It's entirely gay!
And then,
So you're completely sober?
Yeah, I wasn't.
This is not how I thought the story was going to go.
It gets there. But I lost my rag. When we got to the gym, I lost my rag. I was like, you fucking taking me for a tour of the city, are you? And he was like, oh, you know, I was getting lost. And I was like, well,
It was a map. Stick here.
yeah. And then I was like, we were next to a harbour, and I was like, I hope you get lost and drive into that fucking harbour.
Pardon?
So you got banned for like a death threat or something?
Well, not a death threat. I said, I hope. I didn't, you know, I will make you, but yeah, I was being a dick.
I hope.
I lost my temper.
You lost your temper. You are in a completely foreign country under the banner of a very large media company funded by the richest UFC fighter of all time. Do you not think it would be best to be polite and courteous of other countries' IQ levels, instead of offering its citizens death threats for failing to offer a perfect service to you? Also, MacLife will be 100% paying for this douchebag's travel expenses. So to get that triggered over a bad taxi ride is clapped in the fucking head.
Uber, fuck you.
Pardon?
Call me a slave. Bro. It's like, what? It's like,
So I was in my room with my friends. My friend was beefing with his roommate, a chick roommate.
Yeah.
So he took that black chick with me into her room. We're like, let's have a threesome on her bed. I was like, okay.
Tell me you've had a sexual experience with another man without telling me you've had a sexual experience with another man. Just one more notch on the degeneracy diary of Oscar Willis there. Thank you. I don't know about you, but there's nothing more pathetic than threesomes in general, let alone a male-female one, especially if the girl was black.
So it's all going off, and then I heard she got out of the room and I heard a commotion. So I thought it was the chick coming home. I didn't realise it was you. So I was on the bed. I just rolled off the bed.
Also, this poor guy in the background, you'd think Oscar would set his camera away from having strangers publicly eating in the centre of your fucking podcast while you tell us all about your little gay escapades. And dude's clearly pissed off about it and keeps giving Oscar dirty looks.
Rolled under the bed and just fell asleep under the bed. And fucking the next day I was like, apparently, but yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I was hoping to forget about that.
So Oscar wants to brag about him being hip and cool with the fighters by telling his degenerate anecdotes, whilst unknowingly throwing Aljo, a married man, under the bus. God forbid his wife ever sees this episode. There will certainly be questions for Aljo if she sees this.
Tuck it in the X-Files and never remember that night again.
I did. I've been waiting. I was like, I wonder when I'm going to bring that up to him. Like, do you remember that? That was savage.
Oh yeah, man, that was totally savage, bro. You really have the real great times with all the UFC fighting people. You must in turn be so cool and swag my G up. Sup, Dob, yes.
See, I didn't learn any quality skills like that at drama school.
Drama school. Fair.
Yeah, boy. I was in a movie once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's called 4-3-2-1, 4 Girls, 3 Cities, 2 Days, 1 Chance.
I'm halfway through this movie and it's quite possibly one of the wokest films I've ever seen. The premise is basically all men are rapists, misogynistic bastards, and all women are the true supergender and can always beat up men. The only time in the movie where a man was portrayed in a positive light was a guy that, no word of a lie, was wearing a skirt. I did manage to stumble across Oscar's cameo. He mugged a young girl under a bridge in the dark. Extremely fitting behaviour, lol.
It sounded like 2 girls, 1 cup, but
I had to pay to be in that
4,
one.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
You had to pay to be in.
No. I was being facetious about 2 girls, 1 cup. Yeah, I got paid actually. Good money as well for 10 seconds. I had 2 lines.
You're back. Oh, you had lines.
Yeah, I had 2 lines.
You had 2 lines, didn't you? Okay, let's actually see his cameo and see if he had any lines.
What are you saying, babe?
Please don't. You won't believe the shit couple of days I've had.
Yeah? It's about to get worse, yeah? It's about to get worse, yeah? It's about to get worse. Give it back! Give it back! Keep that pole.
I liked acting, but the people in it are just so fucking shit. It's a weird thing to say, but drama people are the most dramatic people in the world. Everything.
Drama people are dramatic.
But you know what I mean? Everything's a fucking song and dance.
Pardon?
The point that he makes, I actually agree with. Everything is a song and dance. Drama people are the worst in the world. And considering Oscar is a drama person, let me share an example of how he was overly dramatic. When there was a Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz press conference, one of Jake Paul's media guys asked Nate an inflammatory question. I'll add the clip now. Oscar Willis was so triggered by this other media member's question that he offered him out for an actual fight. Take a listen to this fucking monkey.
Guys, Derek from Better Media here. My question's for Nate. Nate, I'm actually a boxer myself, and I've been trying to get into this undercard. I'm just wondering if you think I could fight your brother Nick. If he's anything like you, I think I'd beat his fucking ass.
Not very respectful from
Brother, where you just gonna walk around the streets or some shit? You know, my homeboy see you right now.
Yeah, I'm.
That was stupid, huh?
I'm definitely pretty nervous right now.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Oscar got so offended by this guy's question, he had to make a song and dance about it and offered him out for a fight. And went on to try and make a shitty fucking promo vid to try and get the fight. Check this cringy shit out.
I just think if you're going to come out here and do what your boss is doing and say that, you know, you're here to antagonize the world of MMA and you're here to antagonize MMA fighters and you're here to just sort of poke the bear. Listen, I'm not trying to say that I'm an MMA fighter. I've had one. Listen, I'm not trying to say that I'm an MMA fighter. I've had one. Listen, I'm not trying to say that I'm an MMA fighter. I've had one.
He is gay. Why are you gay? He is gay. So very gay.
Anyone ever have those moments, you know, when you used to play football as a kid and your arse just smelt like fucking damp lawn clippings?
You're clearly training with the best in boxing, so why don't we just make it happen? Why don't we sort of prove that this Jake Paul, Conor McGregor thing doesn't need to be a thing of fantasy? Why don't we set up the precursor for what your boss so clearly wants, a fight between the two? I'll happily help you do that. We can be on an undercard. I don't mind. I'm not a big deal. I'll even let you be the A side. I don't mind. I'm not a big deal. I'll even let you be the A side.
I don't mind. I'm not a big deal. I'll even let you be the A side.
Why are you laughing? Oh God, this guy. Oh wow, that was a good one. Thank you for the $5. Sorry.
Because at the end of the day, I'll be the one coming out of the side on my feet and you'll be the one coming out on a stretcher.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
Where is this footage? It's on DVD, boy. It was on Netflix for a bit.
Put it in here.
Yo. I think that was weird.
Just another piece of hypocrisy here from Oscar. Not only is he a cringe drama student, he shits all over them, and he proves that as a drama student himself, he makes everything a fucking song and dance, this silly little fucker.
Oh, what? No dolphin? Then it's Wednesday.
I had enough work for this week. I remember I got in trouble when I worked in a fish and chip shop.
Hello, can you have fish cake and chips, please, at the fish and chip shop? I love you, bye. Bye.
I got in trouble because there was this guy who used to come in all the time and be like, you know, these like, they're nice people, I suppose, but they say a joke that they think's like real funny, and it's not like he looked at the menu and was like, oh, what, no dolphin?
This was unironically the funniest anecdote of the entirety of Pub Talk, and it was a regurgitated joke from a customer he's about to shit all over. Classic Oscar. Someone trying to be nice and make a few silly jokes, and he can't handle himself. He can't hold back his little fucking midget rage.
Oh, what, no dolphin? And you're just like, mate, what are you doing here? And he came in and I just called him a cretin. I was like, you fucking cretin, shut up.
Pardon?
Anyway, got in trouble for that.
You got in trouble for that?
Yeah. Hi guys.
What's a good topic?
Hi guys, you're joining us moments after I said something that was incriminating. We had to edit that out.
Facts.
I should call.
This is why they don't let you in nice places.
Hello, can you have fish cake and chips, please, at the fish and chip shop? I love you, bye.
Oh, what? No dolphin?
I was on spring break in Panama City, which is like a big drinking thing here. I went in my friend's car.
I'm in my mum's car. Broom, broom.
We're in a rental car with my friend to go pick up his car. And we got down to the beach, and then when we were on the beach, I went, well, while we're here, we'll just stop for a couple, will we?
Drink driving are we now, Oscar? Oh, you were only copying what Israel Adesanya does because you shill for him on a daily basis. Fair enough.
I went back, and we got in his car, and we'd hidden the keys in the glove box. I don't fucking know what we were doing, but we were looking around for ages, and we couldn't find the keys for the rental, and we were like freaking out. And then after about an hour, and we had to call the guy who's the rental's car's name in, saying, Kurt, mate, like, it's gone. Like, we're sorry. And then after a while, I was like, we didn't drive down here in an automatic, did we? And there was no fucking gears there. We had just gotten into a random person's car that happened to be next to the car we were meant to get into, and they'd left it unlocked. So we were rooting around in this stranger's car for an hour. And we got out, got in our car, I got in the rental, we left, and we left a pizza in their car. So someone's come off the beach and opened the car door, and there's just the pizza fairy's been and left a whole pizza. Cool. Yeah, that was a bad one.
Get out of my car!
How did that compare to the worst thing I've done? Not even fucking close.
Correct, Oscar. Not even fucking close, mate. Look at the fucking state of you, man.
Oh, what? No dolphin?
I have a random story about that. When we were younger and little scumbags, we were in a town called Brighton.
You're still a scumbag.
That's true.
Absolutely based Dan Hooker here, spitting truth bombs. And I bet you he has got some degenerate Oscar Willis stories as well.
That's a lie. That's true.
Carry on. I was in the hotel room after the fight. You're a fucking scumbag, dude. We were in Brighton. This is so fucking bad. Sorry, Elliot. My mate Elliot we had no money to buy any food because we were just like, been on the piers, night out. And Elliot, my friend, was like, do you know what? I'm going to stand by this pizzeria, and when this geezer comes out holding pizzas, I'm going to shove him, pick up the pizzas, and run, and we'll have food. I was like, I'm in.
So you're agreeing to rob somebody in the street simply because you're hungry. Even the homeless people in Brighton do not act this degenerate. And you're here admitting this under the banner of the Mac life. This is the exact type of behaviour you would expect from a clout-chasing alcoholic that has got zero manners and a really tiny short fuse.
And the guy was holding pizzas, and Elliot walked up behind him and shoved him from behind. The guy took one step, just turned around and went, what was that? And then he was fucking sprinting down the road. Yeah.
It's like crap a shove it.
Yeah, it's bad. He had his hands full anyway. Yeah, that's me.
Just grabbed the pizza box.
Well, we were hungry, Dan, and we were drunk. I don't think we really cared at that point. It was like, although I can see if you're like, mushroom, you fucking prick, you fucking get me a pepperoni.
Fucking stuffed crust! Fucking stuffed crust! I'm so fucking...
Shouldn't have done that. No.
Oh.
I don't know why I agreed to this in the first place, you know what I mean? Hey, I can't do it. I can't do Dan Hooker. Fucking hell. Sorry about that. Moving forwards.
Oh, what? No dolphin?
Do you have the same thing as Brits do, where essentially if you hear the words open bar, it actually means challenge? Yeah. How much can I fit in my mouth? I went on this is a mad tangent. You know, in Vegas they have the big Ferris wheel. There's a big Ferris wheel in Vegas. It's like the Link.
I haven't seen it.
It's fucking massive. It's called the High Roller.
I'll have to check it out.
Anyway, they do a thing where you pay, I forget how much, but it's like, it takes 30 minutes to get around it. And you pay, and it's all you can drink for the 30 minutes. Yeah. I went on it, I asked for a whiskey and Coke, and I downed it. And she was like, you're not allowed to down it. And I was like, what, you implementing rules at this stage of the game? Like, you said all I can drink. That is what I'm going to do.
Pardon?
And she was like, no, if you do that, I'm going to implement a 1 drink every 5-minute rule.
Oh.
Introducing to you the alcohol molester, Oscar Willis.
What? Like little liquor drinks, those like this.
should have burnt it down.
That's why I don't know about it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
That's why no one told me about it.
How was the after party, by the way?
Nah, just a couple of
Quiet
sodas.
one. Hymns?
Couple of sodas, pizza with the team. You know, I was in bed by 7 p.m.
This is the difference between me and you. I go all out and just tell you everything, and you go, no, I'm fine. I don't want to incriminate myself.
Church in the morning.
Yeah. Nah.
Just in case you thought I missed it, Oscar Willis has such weak, feministicated wrists that he's got to use 2 hands to pick up a half-full pint.
Soy boy!
Oh, what? No dolphin? Of my 19th birthday, so I fucking pissed against I was drunk in town, I pissed against the shop window. It was like middle of the night.
Yeah.
As I was walking out, the police saw me on the cameras, they came round, and in the time it had taken me to get there, I'd forgotten I'd done it. So they're like, you just pissed against that window. I was like, no, I fucking didn't. You're lying, you're chatting shit. And they were like, you did? And I was like, arrest me then. Go on, see if I can.
Pardon?
And my friend had to say, you did piss on the window. I was like, then I hold my hands up, get me a man.
Ah, yes. Oscar Willis is one of those degenerate out on the town type of lad that just pisses wherever they fucking feel like. Is there any levels of degeneracy he won't explore? Let's find out, shall we?
Oh, what? No dolphin? Yeah, I was at a club and me and my mate had fallen out. I can't remember, but like probably over a bird.
Pardon?
And I was like, right, I'm doing you for that. And then I threw like 10 punches, missed every single one. And then he was just like, what are you doing? And then the bouncer grabbed me. You know, I'm a little guy.
Little guy.
Well, you fucking bullied at school, were you, ginger prick? And he was just like, look outside. He's like, no, you're not coming back in. I was like, well, I could assume that, couldn't I? Yeah.
Little guy. And so after I sucked his...
Oh, what? No dolphin? We were at a house party, and this guy was there, and he's like a university house party, and this guy's like, have you seen this guy? We're like, I don't know who that is. He's like, well, he says he's coming to this party to beat me up because I threw his shoes out the window. So I was like, oh, okay. And then me and all my mates were like, tell you what, mate, that geezer comes here, we fucking got your back, son. Like, if he comes here, we fucking got your back. About 10 minutes later, this guy walks in, he's like, have you seen this guy? I'm here to smack him up about my shoes. And we went, listen, if you want to beat that kid up, we don't like him, we've got your fucking back, mate. And then the two started fighting, and they both look up at us, and we're like, go on then. And then we were like, kill him! Kill him!
This story felt like a metaphor for how the UFC media actually works. I guarantee you he told this in his job interview.
We weren't very nice at 20.
Throwing them in the deep end.
Yeah, but and I think one of them was American, so we were just going, Obama! Like anything to USA. I hate that chant, bro. I hate that chant, bro.
I hate that chant, man. This statement is basically a dog whistle to show that Oscar Willis is anti-Trump. He doesn't like American patriotism, which is weird considering he's a devout royalist. He admits in one interview that he does that he almost cried when the Queen died. Also funny considering he went completely pro-America in one Pub Talk episode where he dressed up in loads of Americanistic apparel and did all the stereotypical American pro-Trump isms he could possibly fit in. What a fucking sped. I love it, mummy!
Oh, what? No dolphin? I wasn't able to be at the fights last night without going into too much detail. A person very close to me has lost a family member, so I had to be there for them. But at the house, I was like, well, this is a very somber affair, but I am going to get my laptop out and put the UFC fight on. And then, there was guys there being like, so are you invested in this one? I was like, yes, the one with the blonde hair, and that is the biggest difference between the two of them. The one with the blonde hair is the one I'm rooting for.
The see-through one.
Yeah, it's like the two guys, the yin and the yang. But then, it's a bit of a weird situation to be watching a fight and clearly being as emotionally invested in that as everything else. But it did, the gathering did sort of turn their look, and then when the decision was read, I did lose all composure. And fuck yes! Yes! Nice. I'm not a biased journalist, by the way.
Oh, yes, you fucking well are, mate. And not only that, you're a cunt and a terrible friend for opening up your laptop at a funeral to watch a UFC fight. There is zero empathy with this scrawny little cunt, man. It irks the fuck out of me, and it's not nice.
But yeah, it was cool. So I want to say shout out Adam. He was there and he asked lots of questions about pub talk.
Nice.
By the way, both of us not wearing the pub talk ring, but
Oscar, mate, I told you before, hey. I'm a married bloke, you know what I mean? I don't be swinging the way you want me to swing, you fucking creep.
oh, what? No dolphin? I mean, for example, the first one that came to my mind, I ran through a window on holiday and slashed my arm down to the bone. Oh! I was there for 4 hours and had 1 pint. And it was like, just excited to be there and just fucking ran through a window. So that was cool.
Put yourself.
That was in Magaluf. Had to go to hospital. Had to like get it like it was a bad start to the holiday, I'll be honest. And then they gave me antibiotics. They were like, you can't drink on these, and I was like, it'll probably be fine.
Or
yeah,
I drink less.
And then I was like,
and get more drunk.
I thought if I only drink beer, that's not that strong, so that would be okay. And then after 3 beers, I'll be like, well, I can have a vodka or 2, and then just decline. Yeah, it was fine. Still there.
I just thought I'd put this one in again. He told the same story in a previous episode, and he's so pissed all the time, and he hasn't even remembered that he's already told this story. Embarrassing. Okay, times for a really juicy one. Thanks.
Oh, what? No dolphin? You've never seen like a child knock another child out.
No.
That's all I'm saying. Even like a, what are they the size of? Like a 6-year-old or
I mean, I'll say this. I have been with a grown lady of Hasbulla's stature before.
No way.
Twice.
Oh yeah.
2
Pardon?
separate occasions.
The same size?
No. I'm aware that my parents will likely watch this video, so now I'm just like, well, I've dug my hole that I can't climb out of.
Forget the cameras. Forget the cameras. Forget the cameras. Cut it out if you want. I'm genuinely in it.
Nor could the lady. Ah, that's okay. Manel Cap can't mock Kai Kara France for being buds with Israel Adesanya, so Manel Cap calls him a bundle of sticks.
All your teammates is a bunch of faggot. All your teammates is a bunch of faggot. Faggot. Faggot, faggot, faggot.
But it's totally okay for Oscar to mock women who have a permanent genetic disability.
Interested in how to swing.
I would say waist high. On me, and I'm 5'8". Yeah.
The same one that has one on the head?
No,
I
think
dwarf.
I think a dwarf would be. I don't know the PC terms. Don't write letters.
Not only has he segued from talking about children, this for some reason reminds him of a time where he had sex with what he often refers to as a midget. Now, I'd like to say that there isn't anything inherently wrong with having sex with a midget, but it's concerning to me that Oscar Willis is constantly making so many paedophile jokes on so many different podcasts that he's on. Plus, other guests levy the same accusations at him on several different occasions.
Your fucking jailbait candy that you're eating, looking super smug. Fucking. In case you don't know, for those who don't missed, let me just tell the people, for those who just missed it, it was my fault because I wasn't recording. Oscar started off our podcast the same way he normally does, being dark as fuck, being weird as fuck, talking about kids. So what happened was he was eating these candies. I asked what he was eating, and what did you say?
I said kids and grown-ups love it so, the happy world of Haribo.
Yeah, and I said, or grown-ups who love kids. And then he did what he does.
This is how I usually catch them.
What? What the fuck?
And then he did what he does.
This is how I usually catch them.
What the fuck?
And then he did what he does.
This is how I usually catch them. Once you go thin, you go all the way in. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
I'll do it
Hashtag,
again.
Put your fucking hands down. Put your fucking kitty fiddler Epstein
What?
Jr. hands
Jeez.
down. And that's a wrap for
Whoa.
today, guys. And that's a wrap for today, guys. And that's a wrap for today, guys.
I'm gonna lose my job.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Dave Blackamoto, and he is
Oscar.
fucking. You have absolutely zero swag. We need to fix that. We need to fix
know.
that. This next freestyling the stuff, Harry. We're gonna turn you into a man. Okay?
I'm going hunting.
Oh my fucking god. That's not even funny.
I'm going hunting.
He clearly has a fetish for sexualizing underage looking people, and I dread to think about all of those incriminating stories that he's had to cut out of the show already. It's a heavy topic that I'm going to save for another video. Like I said, Oscar Willis might indeed break my computer at this point due to the amount of fucking sus comments that he says. Oh, I added this one just because he looks a bit special.
Oh, what? No dolphin? Like, here's this taxi. You don't need this.
When I was like 18, I was at a club. This is a terrible story. I can't believe I'm saying this on camera. I was like 18 and I was that just like fucking like that. And then 4 bouncers came over. I'm like, you should leave. And I went, what the fuck are you going to do about it then?
Pardon?
And he just grabbed me by the throat. We fell to the floor and I remember just being like, and I reached up and grabbed his balls and was like pulling on his nuts, and then they knocked me out.
Pardon?
Oscar grabbing another man's testicles genuinely is nothing to be proud of. If you think this is a power play to try impress Dan Hooker, you are severely fucking delusional. Also, cut the Cockney London accent. We know you think it makes you look hard and tough, but with your cutesy little media voice, you just come across as what the left would describe as a little fucking femboy twink.
That'll get you. Yeah. Yeah, that was a bad day.
I didn't want it.
So, we have reached the final boss fight, the most disgusting degenerate story Oscar Willis has ever told. And considering this story is less than a month old, it adds to the severity, in my opinion. Oscar Willis is about to tell us a time he nearly spat in a woman's face for hurting his feelings, when they were trying to welfare check his drunken and disorderly behaviour.
Oh, by the way, I think, is it today? Year anniversary of her passing.
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen, mate. That's what she would have wanted.
Please cut the hard man act. The Queen does not want you spitting at women. Prince Andrew genuinely might hire you after the story you're about to tell, though.
It's what she would have wanted. That and Meghan to die.
Pardon?
Facts. Yeah. I was officiant at a wedding recently.
Are you ready to take Harry to be your lawful wedded husband? Could you please put your ring on the finger?
Speaking of non-conventional, we forgot to bring some here.
Such a magical occasion, isn't it? And Harry, do you take Judy to be your lawful wedded wife? Did you also mess up the rings? Pretend.
I bet you any money Oscar here was thinking, I can't believe they ruined my big moment and forgot the rings. This is meant to be my big special moment. What an absolute fucking pussy.
Who knew it would go like this? Guys, it's with my pleasure to introduce to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Harry and Julie O'Connell. Harry, you may now kiss the bride.
I wanted to share a story with you. I know I told you last night, but for the benefit of the viewer.
Yeah, I want the proper story.
Yeah. And Harry and Julie, I am telling the full story. I was the officiant at the wedding. I did a fantastic job. Everyone told me so. I was great. It brought people to tears. And then I had to take Dad home because he had a drink. And then I came back, and then I started drinking pints of whiskey.
It's very white in there, isn't it?
Doesn't seem like a pint of whiskey to me. It seems like a half pint of a spirit mixed with lemonade. Don't post evidence if you don't want to get caught out, you fool.
Pints. Nice. It's a lot. It was quite fun though. And then I had a little cousin there, she's like 13.
She said she was 12.
I put my arm around her, and then there's these two girls, quite attractive, blonde, and they immediately were on me, and one of them was like, she's 13, get your arms off her. And then the other one went, red flag central, like that to me. And I was a little confused.
Just triggered.
Yeah, I was a little upset by that.
I would be, yeah. If
So
I was hugging my cousin and someone called me a paedophile, I'm pretty sure that would set me off.
Yeah, so I called them.
Hello, you cunt.
And then I sat down on a deck chair. It was by the sea. It was a beautiful venue. I was sitting there next to a guy called Jeff, who's a lovely man. And this girl was like, I'm going to go over there and talk to him. She's going to set me straight. And then the bride said, don't do that. And she ignored the bride. So ignore the bride on her wedding day. Says a lot about this woman. Ignore the bride on her wedding day. Says a lot about this woman.
What a pussy little bitch he sounded like here. Says a lot about her. Ignoring the bride on her wedding day. Mummy, help me!
Yeah. She came over and she was like in my face and she was giving me the middle finger, and I think I was just like, is she still being... I'm not listening, what is she saying? And then it just escalated, and then I told my partner, I was like, I'm going to go spit in her face now. And then I told my partner, I was like, I'm going to go spit in her face now. And then I told my partner, I was like, I'm going to go spit in her face now. And then...
What the fuck, nigga? Ew.
It escalated. Did you? I honestly, this is not a good look for me. I was like, stood there, and she was like, do we need to leave? And I was like, just give me a second. And I sat there and I thought, I was like, should I do it? And I literally thought the process through, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to be the bigger man. So we walked away. And I'm glad I did that, because then the next day I was the good guy. Whereas if I'd gone over and I threatened to burn her house down as well.
Pardon?
But that was like...
that's assault if you spit on someone.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's assault.
Yeah, but she assaulted my feelings.
And there you have it, folks. Anyone dares hurt Oscar Willis's feelings, expect some severe repercussions. He will call you out to a fight. He will spit on you. He will pull a bouncer's bollocks. He will verbally assault you for making dolphin jokes, to name but a few. Oscar Willis, your notice has been served. You are a fully fledged degenerate.
Yeah, but she assaulted my feelings.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. She was telling to the cops too. She was mean to me.
She called me a fucking nonce.
I'm going hunting.
You're a fucking kiddie fiddler, Epstein.
Get some fucking better reporter in here, man. Get
I'm nominated for an award, mate. The violence.
The other day when we first got here, we stopped at like shop, supermarket, grocery store, as they're called, and there was this fella sat in the car outside. Had some chains on, black gentleman. Not that that matters. No, I'm just painting the picture. That's all. Race is irrelevant in this story. And so I just walked out, and he was just staring over. Just gave him the, thumbs up. And the guy would not take his eyes off me. And then I was like, oh shit. Why is he still looking at me? I was like, fucking hell, shall I go back in the shop? But it was all right. So we got
I might have to cut some stuff. I might have to cut some of this out, though, to be fair.
Why? Why?
Not really, I was only joking.
Why?
Not really, I was only joking.
A ti yo no quiero arroz, yo no quiero arroz ni en China, vamos.
There was no racism there. If that's what that's what you were getting at. I was merely pointing out he was a black fella. That's all.
Oh, is it the cards? You guys play poker? After the fight, you made it clear that you would like to fight Kai Kara-France. You also used a word about his teammates that perhaps was a little bit regretful.
Pardon?
Do you used a homophobic slur in your post-fight interview?
Yeah.
Dana White said you were sorry for this. I wanted to confirm that you are apologetic.
Pardon?
Final summary. So yeah, the real reason I wanted to make this video in the first place was due to the fact that Oscar Willis always asks really leftist, woke questions to the fighters. He's incredibly sensitive, inherently biased, and has to do his best to try and make the fighters look bad when they allegedly slip up and say a bad word against his best little buddies. Manel Cap directed a bad word and he tried his best to bring attention to it, to try and get Manel Cap cancelled. To be clear, he doesn't care about the naughty word at all, when you consider all of his degenerate stories. But because the naughty word was directed at the fighters he regularly sucks off, he had to press Manel Cap on the subject to protect his friends. This is the only reason as to why I decided to look into Oscar Willis's backstory, and I genuinely wish I hadn't. It's been a grueling few weeks of research, and I've still got at least 2 more videos to make on the cunt. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Bit of a long one, but we got there in the end. Make sure to drop a like and a comment. Also subscribe if you aren't already. And you're more than welcome to drop a super thanks comment because I'm fucking broke as a fucking brokey broke. Yeah, see you all in the next video. Love you. Thanks. Bye bye. Thank you. Cheers. Just gotta stop recording now. Oscar Willis is a fucking